guys, I have not made a video in a long time, but I wanted to do kind of like a 5-month update as well as 5-month postpartum, which supposedly you're not postpartum anymore after 5 months, my doctor tells me. But anyways, I guess I'll start with him, my special guest, Ryder. So he is 5 months old. He turned 5 months old October 13th. He also, I guess we'll start out with this. We've kind of seen that he is a little, like, progressing a little slower than they say, you know, that they normally should be. And of course you can't compare your kid to everyone else's kid, and I'm doing my best not to do that, but he's far enough behind that it's getting quite noticeable even for other people. So we are trying to see what we can do about that. Basically what's going on is, so he was born at 37 weeks basically, so he was 3 weeks early. So technically for his due date he's not 5 months yet, so he's almost an entire month behind, which does kind of developmentally show quite a bit. So I think it's a little both. He's also just a very relaxed baby, so he's just not really interested in toys. Like, he'll look at them, but he's not really interested in grabbing them or crawling or honestly sitting up much. He likes people and he likes to be held, and he's just very relaxed, and that's about it. So I think it's a mixture of both, but it's at the point where, like, family's starting to like be a little bit concerned, not concerned, but like where we should be checking with the doctor, which I kind of had that in my head too. I would have done it anyways, just to be on the safe side for my little guy. But anyway, so he's not sitting up. We just recently, he wasn't interested in any of the small toys or holding them, which at this point they say that they should be. I do get emails based off his actual due date, and how old he is and where he should be at, and even for that it was saying that they should be almost sitting up by now, and he can sit supported somewhat, but we just like got a Bumbo and some of those other toys, like an activity gym type thing he can sit in and do all the toys, and he cannot sit up by himself yet, even in those, mostly supported. He's slouched to the side. So that is a little bit worrisome, as well as he can hold on to toys, but he just doesn't a lot of the time. Like, if he won't grab them himself, I have to go ahead and hand them to him and hold them for a little bit. Sometimes he'll get them to his mouth, and that's about it. The one thing that he is, I don't know about early, but at least on time on, is he is teething pretty bad just as of a few days ago, and we can see a first tooth coming in on the bottom. So, there he goes. So that's one thing he is luckily on time for. I don't know about luckily, no one likes teething. Not him, not me, not any mommies, not any babies. But he'll be cute with some teeth. See if we can talk through the hiccups. You like yourself? Oh, baby. Beep, beep, beep. Sit down. So anyways, I don't know exact weights and measurements for as of right now. He was behind on the percentage charts, and as well, he's a tiny guy, but he just caught up. He is, as I know that he's in the like 5 to 10 percentile for weight. He is fairly tall, so that's not been an issue, but his weight always has been an issue since he's been born. But he did finally get on the percentage charts, but he's still very low. So like I said, I don't know exact weights, unfortunately. I need to just weigh him on our scale. But he's at least catching up, but he's still small. But anyways, that's most of it for him. We're hoping that he'll start catching up so we don't have to be worried at all. I think he's just very relaxed. But we'll see. We'll ask the doctor just to make sure. But other than that, let's see what I can think of. I mean, to be completely honest, I think it's good for me, and my husband's lucky for it, because if he was progressing extremely fast and trying to follow his 3-year-old sister, Avery, I think I would be sad and probably ready for another baby pretty quickly, and my husband would not be. We're trying to wait like 5 years, so I think it's a blessing in disguise, hopefully. Crossing fingers that nothing's wrong, but I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Anyways, I guess we'll kind of move on to postpartum, or not postpartum, is what the nurse... I tried to make another appointment to check on my birth control. I have the Mirena IUD, and TMI, hopefully it's mostly ladies watching this, but I've had pretty much 24/7 bleeding since I got it like 4 months ago or so. Like, it'll stop for maybe a couple days, and then I'll just start like spotting, and then it's just heavy bleeding the rest of the time. So yeah, I don't really know. I gotta go get that checked on. It sounds like, from what I've researched, it's just they didn't put it in correctly, because I've had it before after Avery, and I had no problems at all, no issues. It was fantastic. So hopefully we can get that figured out. But anyways, when I had called for that, the nurse was apparently having a bad day, because that was extremely nice, and she wanted to let me know in a very sassy tone that 5 months was not postpartum anymore. You're now in gynecology, so not postpartum. I don't know what you call it, whatever. We as moms call it postpartum, because I just had a baby 5 months ago. So thank you very much. But anyways, so one thing with my daughter, I guess I would say the weight stuck a little bit, but I was able to get it off fairly quick. For exact weights, again, I think I said in one of my other videos, but I'm fairly short. I'm 5'2". Oh, Melanie. I'm 5'2", so I'm pretty short, and all through high school I was like about 110. After my daughter, I ended up getting back down to 114, and that's what I stuck with, or not stuck with, I guess, but like that's what I got stuck at, I guess I should say. And so this time, I had one of those, I was breastfeeding obviously for like the first month or so, and then I was wearing one of those like waistband belts or whatever that velcros and tightens over your tummy to flatten that out, which I completely recommend. I talked about that in my labor and delivery story video. If you want to check that out, I showed it and gave details about where I got it from and how much and all that. But I wore that, totally recommend it. And I just dropped weight so fast. I was at least losing 1 pound a day. So I ended up getting down to 121, which obviously wasn't my pre-pregnancy weight with him, but it was pretty good. I was excited about being that low to be able to go from there. And then my assumptions, which I could be totally wrong, but the holidays, you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, all that was right after that, all that family and food, and I had just gotten the Mirena put in, which is a hormonal birth control, so it can make you gain weight, and so unfortunately, fairly quickly I went up to, or I don't even know how that progressed, but somehow I'm back at, I got as far back up to as 132, which is so frustrating, because for me, on my tiny figure, my body is not meant to weigh that much, and so it's very noticeable, unfortunately. And so I am doing my best, doing all I can. We're pulling out all the shots, or stops, or whatever that saying is, and we are, me and my husband are using the apple cider vinegar drinks that you do, and we also have Fit Tea, and so that's the two that you're supposed to mix for those weight loss drinks. So or the Garnia, I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. It's the main thing in Fit Tea, and so we just mix those to get both those dosages, or whatever you want to call it. And I've noticed a little bit of help from that. I'm down to like 129, 130. It goes back and forth. But that's what I'm usually at, and so that's my main thing that I'm working on postpartum, struggling with. The other is obviously the birth control, but that's not so much postpartum as it is just an issue with how they inserted the birth control. Oh, you're sleepy. Anyway, so trying to get that figured out. If, I don't know, I shouldn't say if, when I go to the doctor and get that figured out, I'll go ahead and post a video on that too, just in case anyone else is going through something similar, because I know I looked it up online and it was helpful to see what other people had said their diagnosis was when they were having the same issue. So I'll go ahead and make a video on that once I find out for sure what's going on with that. Yeah, you are. I'll put a link to that below, but that's where a lot of our time has been going. We're going to try to do, right now we're doing Wine Wednesdays. We do funny videos, serious videos, challenges. We do like a mallow challenge, water challenge where you try not to spit it out. Lots of fun stuff like that. We're going to try to do, Annie wants to do like Makeup Mondays and some collabs. We just did a collab for our Wine Wednesday, so Would You Rather Wine Wednesday. It's really fun. And then I'm going to try to do like Family Fridays and throw something like that in, so we have kind of catching all bases. Do some videos here of just our family and see what I can do. I have some new technology to try to edit and that kind of stuff, so hopefully it will get better from here. But go ahead and check that out. Like I said, I'll link it below, and then like it, thumbs up, and please subscribe if you'd like to see more videos of this cute baby who is currently extremely teething. That tooth is gonna come any day now, huh, buddy? Huh, baby? You tell him bye? Bye.